Hey, so this story is absolutely about my cat. I am brave and sharing that I will be forwarding my Patreon where I'll be looking for my poetry both in paper and audio formats. And Meghan Markle is definitely related because she re-triggers somebody who has clear trauma, but also is utilizing a strategy I've seen over and over and over again in a family who's well, let's just say I'm not interested in talking about them, but I am interested in sharing the data and the knowledge that I found. And without my experience, as Neptune got to be a cat before he died. So the last recording was unfortunately not recorded well at all. And I think I was supposed to rescue. Let me turn everything off. Thanks, Neppy. So I'm going to have to listen to that. I'm going to have to try and get as much as my words as I can. And that's it. I'm going to explain a lot of things. I'll see you soon, buddy.
I took photos of all these cards I've been keeping when I absolutely said okay to the tactile.
It's all to just show whoever cares to know that.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. The first words were, and the hand,
Siri, rewind
the Lori
15
hand,
seconds.
and who works at Lori's now? Hi, you're on the list to testify. Go, go, go. Sorry, go is a reminder to go right, because I say go, and in my imagination I hear right. So here's where I am tonight. All right, the steps. How to do stairs. How to do them. 30 seconds. All right. Being out is very hard sometimes. But you just have to keep trying. So I'll share the strategies.
I'll do better next time.
So I can actually move my left hip, but it's awful. It's terrible. And ow.
By taking a business card, it's the smallest thing, but every ounce counts. So to say yes, I'm going to get back to you. So in the moment, what's happening is.
You can't annoy me. What are you talking about? Hey Siri, rewind 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. The first words were, and the hand,
Siri,
the
rewind
Lori
15
hand,
seconds.
and who works at Lori's now? Hi, you're on the list to testify. Go, go, go. Sorry, go is a reminder to go right, because I say go, and in my imagination I hear right. So here's where I am tonight. All right, the steps. How to do stairs. How to do them. 30 seconds. All right.
Things do happen in the delightful storybook
We'll
fashion.
get there.
What a comfort it is.
Oh my god, those little women.
It's a classic for a reason.
Cat school. Oh my god.
No signal.
There are some voices that are really safe, so I do this thing where I used to be able to go back to safe voices, and some of them are like Christopher Plummer. Obviously, Kelsey Grammer. I saw him on Broadway. Oh, I can't even say. One of them's dead. One of them's alive. Let me double check. One of them I don't know. It's very strange. But there's an audio component to this I haven't quite figured out.
Don't give a course.
Except for the one person who tapped me, was very polite, and tapped me on the shoulder. This was before COVID, right after, not after COVID, when you could first go out again. Yep, you got vaccinated, we talked about. Stayed in touch 3 years. It took 3 years to reconnect after the initial conversation. So I have a couple videos, very short. This is the longest one, but this is not reverberating. And then if I talk about injury or what that person said and did and try to treat me as, excuse me, that was the one thing I said. You will not objectify me. Just choose very, very, very safe people. I just dropped all of this. Oh, it's fine. Just look what fell. 10 color and product come together and end trauma. Yes. Is this MAC? Of course it's MAC. MAC is my very first client. She reached out and I got on Facebook because of her, because of an organization that suggested it, because of this person who said, I can't believe you're not. And then I'm glad I did, because someone then reached out. And the yellow things I found. both the safest people to be around because I'm already triggering from like this show. It's so good. I love it. I'm so glad I got to watch it. I'm sorry about John Mahoney. I met him because I had a friend whose boyfriend lived next to the Steppenwolf, and that's it. I would meet them there. I met them there at one point and bumped into him and was like, whoa. But I knew he was English, and I was like really impressed when I found out his theater history. So the Steppenwolf, I like to go there every so often. I went there recently, but now I can't keep all the paper. It's all gotta go. That's what my dad did. He got rid of a lot of stuff at one point in his life. And I think that's how he knew. He knew. That's the saddest thing ever. There were no photos. I wasn't into photos then. So, all the photos, video, are conversations with my father. Because all the men in my family made me feel beautiful and totally fine by being myself, which is super friendly and totally different. Okay? All right, I'm Italian, which means I talk a lot and I have all this passion, amore, all the time. All the time. Don't forget. I'm not giving up teaching. This guy's really good too.
I won't pull you into any more of my silly antics. Now just
I love it. It's like I'm watching a play. Oh my god. Oh.
All right, very quickly, remember that dump of all of this stuff? I just put it in here, and look, it literally is about the same length. Now when I edit and listen to it, I'm gonna cut it down second by second, right? And that will be it. So 30 minutes I'm gonna try to listen to the best stuff, because that's what I try to bubble up, and that's it. This is Advocacy Live, this is Epic Live, that's the poetry bit. It's just, how do we end trauma? Well, we care about others' causes. So my not-for-profit
What
was
is your point?
snuffing out an
When you get to the end of the
LLC
video,
that was created in my home, so somebody could be
So
do something with the chair, write it off.
Headphones I currently have,
There's a
so
$7,000 check, right? And then, excuse me, I can't take it. Oh, okay.
So with audio processing or any sort of trauma that comes up and smacks you in the face every now and again, sensory with overloaded, does it make it worse or better if somebody knows the situation and knows you before injury? Focus on families. I met at Alcott School for this because they're the ones that would have known me before the assault, kept in touch with me, and then even hung out with me afterwards on the usage of my student really need some help. So I hung out with several. I only hung out with students that I knew and families that I knew. Does it make it worse? Yes. So somebody gave me this because they recognized I had a fine motor issue. And the funny thing with it is, well, thanks so much. That's so kind. Sabotage or distract. Those were the two things I noticed often. Sabotage and distract. What I was witnessing was bullying and this constant talk about money, which is why, without that, I don't think I would have connected the dots between the healthcare and the school. That insane greed. How much do you want? Seriously, you have everything. You have to answer your phone calls, doctors, and you don't even have to be held accountable for your decision when you're the specialist. So the first step is, if you're working with a doctor, let's say a neurologist, whose specialty is dementia and strokes, perhaps they need to recognize that they cannot take you as a patient because your diagnosis is traumatic brain injury, cognition issues, with PTSD. Why? It was primary. It was because of the behaviors I kept encountering. And that was the same behaviors of the school. Anyway, to the person who gave me this, gee, thanks. Thanks for recognizing and acknowledging and giving me a nice feeling at the time of like, wow, you really understand. But no thank you for the continuation of using distraction and mild.
Here's what you're going to want to do. Doing chronic pain exercises in the same space is helpful for tracking whether or not you did more or less or the same. One day, push, past the line. See how that feels. It's going to move my body differently. It's currently chronic pain, you need to make it so this is the best place to do this. That's why I repeated it so many times. And I can move my legs, and you don't really have to see it. Ooh, you can hear it on occasion like that, and you can clearly. Ooh.
This seems pretty perfect to me. Sizzle sound.
Okay. Chronic pain will be one curriculum that I write. I'm going to offer it back to the female CEO I met, which I was very impressed with. Chronic pain will be one curriculum. I get 2 minutes and 20 seconds to talk into this, right? So the thing with relationships, gone through abusive ones, dated people who come out of communication not only has to be top notch, but there has to be obvious understanding with each other's, we'll say, inability to hear certain things because of the trauma. It is literally noise that covers it up. That's one thing I noticed working with women and men, but more women just because the number I worked with is more female oriented. Makes sense. Although in shelters, I've noticed there's more men, oftentimes than women. Mostly, we believe men experience the more severe symptoms of PTSD, so they are often out there on the street more. Women can shack up with people. Don't know if that's appropriate, but anyway, these are just things I learned.
So the last recording was unfortunately not recorded well at all. And I'm pretty sure, let me turn everything off. So I'm going to have to listen to that. And I'm going to have to try and get as much as my words as I can. And that's it. I'm going to explain a lot of things. Okay? I'm going to make a lot of stuff. It's all to show whoever cares to know.
All right, here's the pie crust. Oh my goodness. It's not exact. Ooh, you know what? It does fit. Not bad.
That. What is your point? When you get to the end of the video, you'll understand it. All right. So that's a technological error with the headphone I currently have. So if that doesn't work, then it was not good, we'll just say. Thank you. All right, so there's background, and I have headphones on. They're turned off because nothing's hooked up to. Oh. The phone literally died as soon as the other phone call hung up. Do you know how pivotal that was? Because there was something I really needed to record. That tells me I gotta get this done. Like, yeah. So we're gonna use the clicker blicker. All right. Menu, go back. Alien. Woo! 2.8. That's way too much. Oh gosh, I did it again. All right, next time, don't push. Okay, that was faster. Okay, episodes.
There's been seamless handover. Be here for days, really.
Decided to do this rather than see the procession.
You decided. Yes, I think we felt we needed to decide to do one thing or the other. Because I think if you did the procession and then join the queue, we'd be here for days, really. I think we've lost an enormous figure in our lives and in our country, and it will take a very long time to come to terms with that. We already know there's been seamless handover. We still have a monarch.
It's important for the UK, possibly sometime.
So what do you do? Oh my gosh, it doesn't do it.
Where is this alien ball?
Restart. Next episode. More details. Episodes. Okay, there we go. Episodes. Okay, season 2. No. Down. Over. my God, now up and down. Autopsy. Surprise party. I do remember that, but that's when I woke up. Family day. Radio Harry. Let's do that one.